Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm not alone today. I have my husband Philip with me and we're just going to be talking about some of the things that's been going on for me in my vinyl collecting. He is not at all a vinyl collector, but he has a really cool perspective and I'm going to be asking him some questions. So hopefully he'll give me some honest feedback. I don't know what he's going to say. So it'll just be a lot of fun. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate your support. And before I get started with the questions I'm going to be asking my husband, I have to show these wonderful dividers. There's a really cool girl in our vinyl community and I really love her, Marican Craddock. And she has a great channel. She is very young but yet very enthusiastic about records that are new and old, and her dad is making some really cool music related products, and I wanted to show these because she gave these to me and I think they're really cool. First off, they are dividers for your records, and look at this one. I think it's so cool. It says the Beatles on it. I really love this one. It looked really cool when I put it in my with my records, and this one is my favorite because of course it's my favorite band. She also gave me this divider. He makes these really custom dividers and you can get them that say A, B, C all the way through the alphabet, or you can get these really cool ones like the Beatles and Van Halen and Queen and any band that has any kind of logo. You can have really cool dividers, and I just think they give a custom look to, if you have those shelves, they give a really custom look to it. So I'm going to leave all the information about Things by Dawn because I think he did a really great job. And thank you, Marican, for giving me those beautiful dividers. And I just think they're really cool. So let me go ahead and get started with my husband now with some questions. Thank you so much for doing this. The first question I want to ask you are your thoughts about the limited editions and the idea of like what Craft Recordings did with having a small batch of just 1,000 records. Maybe they didn't know at the time that there were going to be more than 1,000 people wanting them, but I have a feeling they kind of knew and they kind of wanted to create a frenzy. And the reason why I ask you this, you are a bourbon aficionado, so to speak, and you have a really cool bourbon collection. What's your idea about limited editions and all this, just frenzy over these records in the same way that it's kind of becoming that way with bourbon?
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit the same. It's irritating as a collector or as someone who enjoys bourbon because in the past I could just go to the store and buy what I wanted, and now all these collectors as opposed to drinkers, not that I'm an alcoholic or a drinker, they come out and they grab all these and they flip them, they scalp them, and things are going for 4, 5, 6 times. Now the difference in bourbon is you can't produce anymore because this stuff's aged 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 years, whatever. Yeah. And you're that far lag behind. The vinyl's a little bit different because they could produce more if they wanted to, but they don't.
Yeah.
And it's like every other business. It's capitalism, and they don't make any mistake about it. They don't care if you love the music. They want to make money.
Right. And I'm in favor of capitalism to a degree.
Yeah,
I mean, I
absolutely.
think that's, nothing wrong with that.
And they're creating that frenzy on purpose to create the hype. Now, what I don't understand is why they don't produce more and meet the demand, because what they're doing, they're creating a secondary market, and they are not being able to capitalize on that.
That's
so you
right.
would think they would be able to make more money by pressing more records and meeting the demand.
Right. If they had, with Craft Recordings, they had 1,000 copies of a record, and they could have easily doubled that, and it would have sold out just as fast, and they could have doubled their money. So, it's just a little bit of a frustration for me, and when I'm going into vinyl, and I'm hoping we're not going in that direction, but anyway, So the next question is to show your favorite colored vinyl that is in my collection. Do you have a record that you think is really cool? I know this colored vinyl is getting more and more popular all the time.
Yeah, this might actually surprise you. Definitely not my favorite band or favorite record, but it's actually the Metallica. I don't know the name of the album even.
It's just Metallica's not the debut album. It's just Metallica's album called Metallica.
And this probably won't show up really well, but it's a smoky, kind of a fluid black and smoke gray vinyl.
Yeah.
I always thought that one was really cool looking.
It's
when
beautiful.
We got it a few months ago.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of cool looking colored vinyl. Some
I
of your
do.
Ozzy Osbourne out of your box set, and some of those different ones. But that's one I always thought was really cool looking.
That is a really beautiful one. It's more reserved. I do like that one. And of course, it's that Walmart exclusive, so we're touching on a whole nother.
Maybe it matches me. I'm reserved.
Yeah, that's right.
Refined.
Well, it's just, yes, that's right, refined. But it's just really a good one. And of course, the Walmart exclusives are also controversial here in the vinyl community. I'm going to show you what I think my favorite is. I've always loved, there's a beautiful Townes Van Zandt record that I really love, but this is my current favorite colored vinyl. Ozzy Osbourne Scream, a really decent record, but not my favorite by Ozzy by any means. But the vinyl on here is beautiful, and I love the box set that he made. I think that's got to be the most well done box set that I have ever seen, was the Ozzy Osbourne box set. And I don't know if you remember this, Philip. Do you remember how we raised money so that I could afford that Ozzy Osbourne box set?
No clue.
Well, we had a garage sale. Do you remember last summer's garage sale? It was the hottest day of the year, and my dog fell into the pool by accident. It was just crazy. But I was able to raise enough money to be able to buy that beautiful Scream, the whole box set, and I've been really happy with it. So now I want to ask you, what is your favorite record? You know, we have an outdoor fireplace, and with it being spring and the weather warming up, we have been enjoying that outdoor fireplace. And of course, we love to play records while we're sitting out there and relaxing. What is your favorite record that we have played so far while we're sitting by the fireplace?
So I actually got two, because I
okay.
couldn't narrow it down.
That's fine. I do that too. So.
The first one is My Favorite Things.
Oh yeah, that's a great one by John Coltrane. I
Yeah.
love that. Yes,
Just-
that's very enjoyable. Beautiful record.
Nice and relaxing, and
Yeah.
and given that the question is about relaxing by the fire, I kind of tended towards jazz, but I love this Horace Silver Quintet album.
Yeah, I love that one too. I'm so glad that Blue Note is doing this classic series, because I honestly have never seen that album in a record store, used, new, anything. So I love that one too. That's really great. I'll show a couple of my favorites while we were sitting by the fireplace. This is a new one for me, and this was a gift given to me by Brian from Tennessee. Willie Nelson's Stardust. We listened to this just last Friday night. It was gorgeous. I love this album so much, and it sounds incredible. And also, this is another one that I have really been enjoying. This is just one of them, but I really love the Bob Dylan records while we're sitting by the fire. I don't know if it's his harmonica or the lyrics. You know, we're kind of in a reflective mood. So I love this one, the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, and we've been listening to some Bob Dylan while we're sitting by the fire too. So I thought that was really great. So this next question I want to ask is really just for fun. What record should I be most embarrassed of in my record collection?
All right.
I have no idea what he's gonna show, so.
So I pulled three,
Oh, three!
and I had to narrow it down because I know you like to keep these 15 minutes or under.
Yeah,
somewhere in the range.
okay.
So
Embarrassing records here, you guys.
this first one, I was going through, and I was looking through it, and I'm like, who in the world is this loser? I could not believe this picture. I mean, what a dork. And I'm like, who? And why would he might own this? No.
Oh, no. Stop. That's
Sorry.
a joke.
That's a joke. Billy, I had to.
We love
I
Billy
was flipping
Hurst.
through. I was flipping through looking for something. I saw that, and I thought,
Oh, that's so.
we'll poke a little fun at Billy. Billy's a good friend of ours. We've been to his
Yes.
store, and he's been to our house, and
He's
good guy.
he's a great guy.
Okay, so for the serious ones that I would be embarrassed of, you can't really see this one because it's a 12-inch single. And it doesn't have it's D-Light, Groove is in the Heart. That is like, gotta be the worst song. Oh, here's a little sticker they put on there. Gotta be like the worst song ever made.
Absolutely not.
Cruising high. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
no, that's awesome.
It's a terrible song.
No. I love that song. That brings back really great memories of the late 80s, early 90s, college. But okay, whatever.
Okay, and this next one, I couldn't tell you one song on it, but just for the cover and the name of the album, you should be ashamed on this.
No.
Look at the title of it. I'm in you. And look at the picture. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
But the song I'm in You is actually a beautiful song. I love it. It's in our jukebox here in the background. I'm in You's in our back.
That's why our jukebox doesn't play what you press in, because you put that song in and it's embarrassed
and
to
it
play.
just automatically goes to Hey Jude
Because it's embarrassed to play that song.
Oh. Yeah, I love Peter Frampton. That cover's a little funky. This is the one I thought you were going to show, though. This is what I thought you would think is the embarrassing record.
It was on my list.
Michael Bolton's The Hunger. And I bought this recently, and I'm going to defend it. I like his version of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I don't think it's that bad. However, Michael Bolton lost me when he had the song called Soul Provider, and it's spelled S-O-U-L, Provider. But you know what? Michael Bolton probably has a beach house, and we don't. So I really can't make fun of him that much.
I mean, I actually liked some of his early stuff in high school, and he has a good voice, but it just didn't age well.
I guess that's one of those things. Michael Bolton just didn't age. It was the long hair, and it just didn't age well. So then the next question I'm going to ask is, okay, so do you think audiophile records sound better? And can you tell the difference when it comes to some of my records? I mostly have just used records in my collection, but I have been lately really getting into the audiophile records. Can you tell the difference in the sound quality? Do you think they're worth the price that they're asking for them?
Worth the price? Do you know my feelings on that? Probably no. And
anything that costs more.
Especially when you get into those 1,000 limited pressings and some of the whatever. Those are just crazy expensive. To answer your question, do they sound better? Yes, especially if you A/B one for me and I listen to them back to back. But if you just put one on and I didn't hear the other one, I'm not sure I would notice. I mean, obviously there's some outliers that are terrible that you were like, I've even come in before, I'm like, wow, what are you listening to? That doesn't sound like it's pressed for real. But for the most part, from a decent label, record in decent shape, not scratched up, I'm good with that. But if you A/B them, I can tell the difference. And the big difference is a lot of times the vinyl is a lot quieter, and I can notice the frequency response on the low end and the high end. The basses and the highs are much clearer. So I can notice the difference.
And yes.
But I'm a casual listener.
Right. So for me, it makes a huge difference, but I understand where you're coming from. Some of the records that, it's really hard because some records you see in a dollar bin, like $2 and $3, and then all of a sudden you can get one for $55 from Acoustic Sounds, and of course they sound better, but the price difference is kind of tough.
Well, and I can really notice the difference with your new stereo equipment.
Oh,
your
definitely.
Stuff.
The Emotiva stuff's awesome. Okay, so show me what you think is the best audiophile record that you would recommend to people watching this video. What audiophile record is your favorite that we own?
I think I picked two of these. The first one is Miles Davis in a Silent Way.
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
Because that's my favorite audiophile record too.
Oh, do I need to put it over in your stack?
Well, they're all mine, so it doesn't matter.
But I also, and I didn't, it's not, I think you have the MoFi, but I couldn't find it down there.
Yes.
It's not with this, so I don't know where it's at.
No, it's up here. I have the one steps are up here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't, but anyway, it's back here.
Yes.
So anyway, the MoFi
Loneliest
one
Monk.
step of this is an awesome album.
It is. We listen to Monk's Dream. We have the one step of it. It's up here. I keep it separate. But you know what? When we listened to that one, it was like he was in the room performing for us, right? It was incredible. Yeah. And In the Silent Way by Miles Davis, I have shown that one to be my #1 choice of all of my audiophile records. So I thought, since I've already shown that one in a recent video, I wanted to show you a couple records that I just picked up this past weekend that were $2.50. They're not audiophile records, but they might as well. They should be because they sound just as good. They're incredible. I Left My Heart in San Francisco by Tony Bennett. And I believe this is a 1965 pressing. It's like the third press of it. It is on the Columbia 2i label, but it sounds just as good as any audiophile record. It's incredible. And then I also picked up this Righteous Brothers Go Ahead and Cry on this Verve label. And again, $2.50. And it sounds just absolutely amazing. So wonderful. So also I wanted to ask this, and he doesn't know I'm going to ask this, okay? So a few years ago, I had a few records. I didn't have a ton of them. I had my mom's old console from 1967. It was not playing very well. And now he knows that I have, how many records do you think I have in the collection? Well over 1,000. Well over 1,000.
I know exactly how many you have because I looked through your collection earlier and it says in Discogs how many you have.
Okay, does that include the 45s though? Because that's several hundred.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway. Okay, so I wanted to ask him this. If he knew then what he knows now, a few years ago for Valentine's Day, he came home from a business trip and he bought a Denon turntable for me. And of course it switched everything around, made everything totally different for me. If you knew then what you know now, would you buy that Denon turntable all over again?
Well, the answer is two-part. Number one, yes, because it's brought you a ton of joy.
It really has.
And we've actually together, it's given us a lot of quality time together.
It really has.
We'll just take little weekend trips or day trips to, we kind of live in a pretty centrally located area, like Nashville and Louisville, St. Louis, and we can get to a lot of neat record stores. So before last year, we did that a lot.
Yes.
So yes, from that perspective, I would. It's brought a lot of joy. The other side of it, I probably would have made you sign a budget restriction around that.
You think? Wow, yeah. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Because he didn't know I was going to ask that question. I just kind of threw that one in. Now I want to give the draw. I've got a drawing. Last week I had a Vinyl Vac giveaway drawing. I'm giving away the concentrated cleaner that is alcohol-free and is amazing. And also, this is a Vinyl Vac wand that if you have a shop vac, you know, he knows firsthand how clean the records sound after I use the Vinyl Vac on them. It does a great job and it's very affordable.
Nothing makes a difference.
But I am going to be giving away the first 25 people who put Vinyl Vac giveaway on my last video. All of your names are in this beautiful crystal bowl. And I'm just going to have my husband grab one of them. Let me just stir up a little bit.
Do they get the crystal bowl?
No, they don't. They get the goodies from Ron from Vinyl Vac. So who is our winner?
Yoko Ono. No.
Oh, come on. Mark
H.
Mark H. You are the winner. I will look up your comment and let you know you won. So congratulations. And thank you to everyone who subscribes to my channel and leaves comments. And I am curious to hear your comments from this video. Thank you so much, Philip, for doing this with me.
You're welcome.
And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.